Hello again, fellow humans. Well, it's been 21 days since I posted my last video, my first one really, regarding this particular subject. And yeah, some good news, some bad news, some ups and downs. But the whole sort of idea of me trying to share this with you is to motivate myself and also to hopefully inspire anybody out there like me that might be feeling not as fit as you should be, not looking after yourself as well as you could. You might have been diagnosed as being pre-diabetic. I haven't, but I kind of made the decision myself that historically that thing has happened in my family and I don't want it to happen to me. So I took the step of looking around online, as you might have seen in my first video, and I literally came across this information on the NHS website, which was relating to living a better lifestyle, and it was called The Healthier You. And you know, obviously there's very few people viewing my video, and I'm not earning any kind of money out of this at all. I'm just here to sort of share what's happening with me, and as I say, to try and inspire other people like you out there, or you might just be interested to hear what I've got to say, which would make a change. But anyway, yeah, first off, good news, my pack arrived, and with that I got myself a little natty Healthier You booklet. Now, I know it might look like a bit of a tome. It's quite a thick manual, but you know, there's lots of guidelines and different information in here, and it is the step-by-step you know, versology of what this all sort of relates to. And you know, I'm one of those lucky people, I suppose, that I don't mind reading, and there's, you know, there's a great deal of knowledge to be had from reading things, but this for me, as you know, rather than picking up a good thriller, sort of mixing it up a little bit, doesn't all have to be read in one hit. You can choose to do a couple of pages or whatever. Such is the time that they spread this course over. You don't have to sort of hit it all in one go and like need to know everything that's in there, because that's the whole sort of progress of this course. First one being like an introductory one. The last one was to, which was just a few days ago, was to know how to eat well. And then the next one I'm going to look forward to, which is on the 13th of July, is making every day active. Speaking of which, now with regards to being active, I might have mentioned before that myself and my wife have been going out and doing you know, walks in the morning before sort of work commences, getting up nice and early when the birds are singing. Yeah, not every day. We had the intention of making Monday to Friday the days we get up early, get out there and start walking. But you know, not wanting to bore you, we've been doing that every day up to a week ago, and then we've had a couple of interruptions with busy weekends and other things that have been going on, and it's not made it easy for us to do that. But we're sort of jumping back on the sort of wagon of more exercise and walking. I find myself sort of moving around quite a bit more, and interestingly enough, not as many aches and pains. Bizarre that. But also the other thing is being a little bit more aware just through the course and some of the things that are on there. Some of you guys might already be well versed in this, but I've been a little more careful, not so much with what I eat, but how much. Yeah, I'm a big boy. You know, I've put on quite a bit of weight over the years, and I do love my food. I do love my food, and carbohydrates being, I suppose, the main bad guy, and you know, sort of lots of sugary things in your diet, which are not good for people that could be pre-diabetic or diabetic. So what I've been doing is, I'll share with you, if I'm going to have like a breakfast in the morning, back in the day, be quite happy to sort of chuck down 4 slices of toast and a couple of eggs for my breakfast. And it's like I've been reading about and been shared with. It's not necessarily about cutting everything out, but just sort of eat less, move more. So I'm sitting there some mornings thinking, yep, I'd love to have 4 slices of toast, and then I'm only going to have 2 or 1. Instead of 2 eggs, I'll have 1 egg. Or if the bowl of cereal isn't quite a big bowl of cereal anymore, deliberately halving it. When I feel the pangs of hunger coming on, chucking some more water down, rather than going for the necessarily the apples or the carrots or the oranges or bananas, that kind of thing. So water first to diffuse and placate my hunger pangs. And it is surprising, they do say, that you get your hunger pangs if you feel like you're a little bit hungry and a bit empty. Go for a drink of water first. You'd be surprised how many times your body, your chemistry, your biology is saying you need something to eat, when actually it's that you need to replenish more fluids, you need to rehydrate. And that's what I've been doing. And again, I'm quite lucky. I do like my water. It doesn't always have to have a whiskey in it. It's nice if you do, but trying not to do that sort of thing as well. So yeah, being naughty as well, mixing it, as I say, trying to do things in a way that we're cutting down little bits, eating less. When we get that takeaway, I'm not easily polishing all of it away. I'm having what I feel is sufficient to force myself not to eat as much, and then there's some left over and I'll have that the next day. Whereas normally I could quite happily, get a takeaway in, like a Chinese or a filthy KFC or something, and you could sort of easily polish off what is in there as a one portion. But now I'm deliberately making a concerted effort not to eat necessarily such big portions and everything that's there in front of me. So with that in mind, not making this huge concerted effort to flip everything literally on its head and eat minuscule meals and watch my calories and all of that sort of thing at this point. I was 21 days ago, I was 17 stone 6.5 pounds, or 112.808 kilos, and now I am 16 stone 12.5 pounds. I can't believe it. 102.37 kilos. So I've lost 10 kilos, and I'm like, really? I've not, as I say, I've not made this huge concerted effort to reduce everything by an immense amount. I'm still feeling quite satisfied with the kind of foods that I'm eating, and it makes me think, well, if I'd eaten a little bit less, and I'd definitely stuck to that 10,000 steps a day, Monday to Friday, how much more would I have lost? So I'm feeling invigorated and I'm feeling inspired just by my own results, and dare I say it, from not really trying so hard, trying a bit and trying to make a slight adjustments, as I say, eating less, moving more, being a bit more active, and hey presto, there's the results. And it's the truth, guys and girls, my fellow humans. I've lost this weight, and I've barely really started. So as I say, at this moment, I'm thinking, right, okay, I need to make sure that I move a little bit more. Make sure that even though we've had a bit of a hard weekend and there's been a few things that have interrupted what we would normally like to do, that not feeling up to it, not wanting to go out, feeling a little bit sort of poorly or whatever. Get up. Get out there, let's do this walking, let's do this bit more active. And that's part of what I've got at this stage now, is jotting down everything that I eat, which to begin with has been a bit of a, oh, here we go. It felt a little bit more retro to sort of Weight Watchers. But again, what I find that's doing for me is I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, oh, bloody hell, I can't believe I've eaten that and I've eaten that and I've done... and then sometimes I'm like looking back on it and I'm like, I can't even remember when I sat down and I had that apple. So that again tells me that a lot of the time you go into like an autopilot almost. It's like comfort eating. So whether it's a little bit of pressure or stress at work, working on the old laptop, or something else is kicked off, and you sort of lose yourself in the vortex of watching a program on the telly, and you sit there and you munch away on an apple, or we've definitely not bothered to sort of get any crisps or anything like that. So it's keeping all of those naughty things out of the house that also make it a little bit easier to do. Now, with regards to my pack, when my pack turned up, the other thing that helps is I've got this this little sort of pedometer as well, which you sort of clip onto your waist, and that counts your the steps that you're doing as well. But I was very lucky. Father's Day just ticked over a little while back, and my daughter and son-in-law, they bought me a Fitbit. This is a good way to sort of move forward, because it reminds you, how many steps you're doing. It tells you if you want to sort of get to it, you can even enter in what food you're eating. So it will tell you how many calories, the amount of steps that you're doing. It will tell you how many calories you've burnt off when you've walked either 6, 7, 10,000 steps or whatever. So again, it is all sort of adding up to sort of information, and for me, results. Looking at that, what I've just shared with you there about losing that bit of weight, and really feeling like I've not had to try hard. But if I try harder, am I going to lose more? And this is like, whoa, this is great. And it's bizarre. I'm kind of relearning about my healthier lifestyle and youth. Forgetting that when you're younger, you want to look more sort of attractive to the opposite sex and be a little bit more fit and nice, and feel better about yourself. And as you get older, you kind of rest on your laurels a bit, and you become comfortable in your own sort of everyday life. And we're all susceptible to it, putting on those few extra pounds, taking life a little bit easy, not moving around as much. So here I am, and I just wanted to share that little bit of good news with you. I know I tried to sort of say I'd do it like every week, but as I say, there's been one or two things jumping in the way, but 21 days later, here I am at 102 kilos rather than 112, and feeling like I can make some more progress here. And I just wanted to share with you what I've done so far. Not, as I say, huge amount, but now I'm going to sort of make it a little bit more of a target to maintain, do a bit more, moving more, walking more, and eating less, or eating more of the right things. So yeah, I'm still having my bread, still having my taters, that kind of thing. The carbs are still there, but I'm not having as much. And again, I like other things as well. I do like rice, which is good, and I also like pasta and stuff like that. But this is all that they're telling you is not really a good thing for you, in terms of carbohydrates, making it a little bit more of a busier time for what's going on with the little beans in your belly that make insulin and stuff like that. So, thanks ever so much for watching and listening, and hopefully I'll get back to you again pretty soon with a little bit more good news. I think what I'll probably do is wait until after the next part of the course, which, as I say, is making every day active. So we'll cover that one. Maybe I'll get onto the video literally just after that finishes, so it's all fresh in my head to sort of share with you guys. And okay, I'm not earning anything from this at all, but if anybody out there sort of feels like they need some help, some kind of guidance, some inspiration, pre-diabetic or not, just not feeling great about yourself and you want to get healthier, this is brilliant. It's as I say, NHS, the Healthier You program, and if you sign up to it, you can choose to do this online like I did, and I've picked my days as a Tuesday evening, 6 o'clock. As I said to you before, the first couple of months it's every 2 weeks, and then thereafter it's once a month, but it'll always be on a Tuesday at 6 o'clock, because that time sort of fit in with me, and that's going to go on till April next year. So yeah, it's quite a bit to come. But I love this, the fact that it is spaced over, and I don't feel like I've got to do it all now. I've got to do it all. I need to be 7 or 8 stone lighter by the end of the summer, because it's just not going to happen. And I've been there. I've been there so many times, and it's true. You fail miserably, and then you end up going to bed at night and laying there and thinking, oh, I feel shit. I'm bloody crap at this. I'm hopeless at this. But now I'm going to bed at night and I'm thinking, yeah, this is pretty good. Eat less, move more, the healthier you. So happy times to everybody. Look after your loved ones, and if you've got a God, hope they look after you too. And keep safe, be happy, everybody. See you later.